more than 2 years of lockdown and all that. We're almost through this COVID thing, this COVID pandemic. And thank you for joining us today in launching our latest Ryzen processor, the Ryzen 7000 series. Okay? So before anything else, again, thank you sa inyong lahat. Okay? Nagkaroon ako ng memory loss kasi I turned 50 during this pandemic. But one person I cannot forget is my fellow senior citizen, si Attorney Melvin Kalimag of Newsbite. Okay, nice to see you, pare. Okay, so I've known Melvin for over 20 years na, as we were reminiscing kanina. Okay, so pare, nice to see you. Okay, and everybody else. Okay, wait. Before I introduce and present to you the Ryzen 7000 series processor, gusto ko munang i-introduce ang aking mga ka-AMDers, as we would call ourselves. Okay, so yung mga ka-teammates ko, si Cyril. So Cyril is our new channel sales manager, while Andro, where are you, Andro? I cannot see you with this lighting. O Andro, ayun. Okay, so si Andro naman ang aming channel rep or channel representative. Okay, so aside from our team, the component sales team, nandito rin po this afternoon ang consumer sales team. So sila po yung nag-handle for AMD here in the Philippines. Si Apolinario Del Rosario. Okay, so we call him Apol for short. Pero ang totoo niyang pangalan ay Apolinario. Okay? Then lastly, gusto ko rin i-introduce yung pinakabagong teammate namin. Mas bago si Cyril, pero si Michael George Lee is our commercial sales manager here in the Philippines. Okay, so with this, let me start with my presentation. Hindi nagsasokto. Anyhow. Okay, so before I introduce you, or before I talk about our latest Ryzen 7000 series processor, gusto ko munang i-highlight yung mga achievement at mga businesses as well as new businesses ng AMD. Okay, so data center. So with data center as well as cloud computing, okay, we have made a lot of inroads. Okay, during the last 2-3 years, especially during the last 2-3 years, with our, not only with our EPIC server processors, pati na rin yung aming AMD Instinct accelerator card. Okay, for high performance computing and supercomputers. Okay? Furthermore, industry-leading products, kasi all of the leading ODMs, OEMs such as Acer, Dell, HP, Asus, and all that, pati na rin MSI, okay, they now offer AMD-based desktop and laptops. Furthermore, we are further diversifying our market by being or going into the automotive industry, as well as other compute-intensive industry. And this is further reinforced by our acquisition of Xilinx just last year. We only acquired Xilinx last year, wherein it broke the record as the biggest IT acquisition in history. Okay? Furthermore, complementary tech and leadership. Yung sa control, paki ito, it doesn't update. Yung nasa harapan ko. Hindi siya dead. Script lang siya. Anyhow, so with the launch of the new AMD Ryzen 7000 series processor, it's all about pushing PC innovation. So, if everybody could recall, no, since we first launched the first gen Ryzen back in March 2017, okay, we always, with each new generation of Ryzen processor, parating malaki ang kanyang performance leap, pati na rin ang kanyang energy efficiency. And today, we are proud to announce that with the new Ryzen 7000 series processor for the desktop PC, we continue with this tradition that started with the Ryzen first generation processor. Okay? So, with the new Ryzen 7000 series processor, we were, again, very much like the first one, the second gen, and the subsequent generation, okay, we were able to not only meet our performance and energy efficient goal, but we were also able to push for more performance, setting new standard. Very much like when we first launched the first generation Ryzen, okay, we were first in the market with an 8-core, not only with an 8-core desktop processor, while our competitor was stuck with 4 cores for so many years. So it's really pushing the performance envelope for the industry, okay? For the eventual, of course, benefit of the end user and the gamers. Okay, so with the new 7000 series, we met not only met, but exceeded our goals, performance and energy efficient goals. Pati na rin yung design niya. Okay, later on, I will share more highlights and information about this, as well as pushing for multi-generation use for each of the socket platform. Okay, so to begin with the processor itself, the Ryzen 7000 series features our latest Zen 4 architecture that is capable of boost speed of more than 5 gigahertz. Okay, specifically, on paper, it's 5.7 up to 5.7 gigahertz for the flagship model. Okay. Furthermore, this is also the first desktop processor to use 5nm manufacturing process. And with this, we also introduce yung aming bagong socket AM5, which replaces the current socket AM4. And with this, we are also introducing future-proof PCI Express 5 connectivity, not only for graphics, but for storage as well. And finally, DDR5, main memory technology. Okay, so pasensya na kayo, medyo sour ako. I just closed my quarter, very tough quarter for everybody. But I'm happy na na-meet naman namin. Okay, together with the team. Okay, so with the next slide, so to highlight, to further stress or highlight yung aming bagong Ryzen 7000 series processor, leading performance or leader ito sa high performance cores. Okay? Up to 16 cores 32 threads for our flagship model, the 7950X. Furthermore, up to 80 MB of combined L2 plus L3 cache, leading efficiency, power, or energy efficiency by combining our latest Zen 4 architecture design together with 5 nanometer manufacturing process, which leads to the best gaming processor right now in the market. Furthermore, for non-gaming user, ito rin yung unang commercially available processor with AVX 512 instruction set that we fully support, unlike our competitor. Okay, and yung boost speed up to 5.7 GHz. Then as for the platform, specifically the new socket AM5 platform, up to 20 lanes of PCI Express 5 to enable future or soon to be released graphics card supporting PCI Express 5, as well as PCI Express 5 SSD drives, okay, for leading edge graphics and storage performance in the desktop PC. Okay, then we also, the socket AM5 also offers the most number of usable PCI lanes, up to 44. Okay, our competitor, even with their latest socket platform, offers less. Furthermore, we are committed, very much like what we did with the socket AM4, to introduce multiple generation of Ryzen processor for the new socket AM5. So with the previous generation socket AM5, up to 5 different generation of processor was introduced on one socket alone. So mahaba ang lifespan, okay, which makes it easier for the end user to upgrade in the future. Okay, furthermore, our socket AM5 also supports the latest JEDEC certified DDR5 memory modules. Furthermore, to add more value to this, we also introduce yung AMD Expo, which is our overclocking technology, memory overclocking technology, to add more performance and value to the socket AM5 platform. Now, with this, gusto rin namin i-highlight, or gusto ko rin i-highlight yung mga exclusive technologies for the Ryzen 7000 and the socket AM5, such as Eco Mode feature, which will be available in the near future through BIOS upgrades sa mga motherboards. Okay, this will offer lower TDP, thereby enabling more energy efficiency. Furthermore, exclusive then to our platform, AMD Smart Technology Access Memory, okay, which offers better or more gaming performance because this enables direct communication between a Ryzen processor and a Radeon graphics card, which is also an AMD product. Okay. Furthermore, Smart Access Storage is also supported under Windows 11 Storage API. Okay, so I believe we are the first desktop processor to support this. And lastly, on our own, we are releasing, starting today, a new version, the latest version of the AMD Ryzen Master software, available for download on our website, amd.com. Okay? So to highlight the performance, on average, 13% more performance at the same clock speed, comparing the AMD Ryzen 7000 processor to the previous generation AMD Ryzen 5000 processor. So 7 up to 13% average performance gain. Furthermore, with the frequency boost of up to 5.7 gigahertz, okay, combining this with the IPC upgrade of 13%, 29% single core performance gain compared to the previous generation Ryzen processor. Okay, so with this slide, it shows us the different applications as well as popular game titles as tested by our laboratory. Okay, so running at 4 gigahertz, a previous generation Ryzen with 8 core to get against the latest Ryzen 7000 8-core processor, up to 39% more performance. Okay, at the same clock speed, more performance, lower power usage, better power efficiency. So with our flagship model na Ryzen 9 7950X, 16 cores, 32 threads, boost clock of up to 5.7 gigahertz. Okay, combined total cache of 80 megabyte, 170 watts PDP. Okay, so with this flagship processor, it is up to 45% or up to 48% better in content creation software or applications. And in gaming, up to 35% faster. So specifically with the Shadow of the Tomb Raider na game title, up to 35% faster in gaming. Comparing the previous flagship model to the latest Ryzen 9 7950X. Now, comparing our Ryzen 9 7950X against the flagship offering from the competition, up to 57% more performance in ray tracing rendering performance. Okay? And in performance per watt, 47% more performance for our latest 7950X processor. Okay? Now, with this slide naman, it shows us in the yellow bars or in the orange bars yung apat na bagong Ryzen 7000 series processor from the top-end 7950X down to the most affordable model right now, the Ryzen 5 7600X. Okay? This slide shows us that under Geekbench benchmark software suite, okay, it is much faster than the competition. So Geekbench is a cross-platform PC system software benchmarking application that focuses on the performance of the CPU. And with this result, you could see even our cheapest 6-core Ryzen 5 7600X outperforms the flagship offering from the competition. So, moving forward, I'll jump to our most affordable Ryzen 7000 offering right now, the Ryzen 5 7600X. Okay, as you might well see in gaming, so this is the most, perhaps the most or the biggest segment in the desktop market, gaming. Okay, on average, our cheapest or most affordable Ryzen 5 7600X outperforms or equals, if not outperforms, the flagship processor from the competition by as much as 17%. So specifically with the Rainbow Six Siege game title. So looking beyond the architecture, the clock speed, and the processor itself, looking beyond that, so looking beyond the architecture, so what are we offering beyond this? So one thing is the industry-leading 5nm manufacturing technology. Our competition are still stuck at 7nm, and for their next generation offering, 7nm pa rin. So we're one step ahead of the competition, okay? And with our 5nm manufactured product, it offers 4th generation FinFET technology or 3D stacking technology at the silicon level, okay, with enhanced metal stacking or basically the use of exotic metals inside the silicon, more exotic than what the competition is using. So at 5nm, we're one generation ahead. It's faster, smaller, and provides more energy efficiency. And we're not stopping at this, okay? We're currently developing multiple products on the 5nm, including graphics product that we hope to introduce within the year. Okay, our next generation Radeon. And with the 5nm manufacturing technology used on our latest Ryzen 7000 series processor, up to 62% lower power consumption. At the same performance, measuring the performance, at the same performance, 62% lower power. And it's 49% more performance using the same power draw. Okay, compared to the previous generation Ryzen product. And looking at what our competitor is offering right now in the market, our new Zen Core used with the Ryzen 7000 series processor is around 50% smaller in terms of footprint or silicon size compared to the competitor, making this around 47% more power efficient. Okay? So in essence, we're offering more performance using a smaller core, using less power. Okay, so moving forward, isa pang bagong feature natin is the new ADX 512-bit instruction set. So we're the first commercially available, the Ryzen 7000 series is the first commercially available desktop processor to offer or to fully support ADX 512. So with ADX 512, high performance applications such as video editing software is one good example, would run faster with this instruction set that is supported on our latest Ryzen 7000 series processor. Okay, up to 2.5 times more performance compared to the Ryzen 5000 series. Okay, in integer, 8-bit integer performance, whereas in floating point, 32-bit performance, up to 30% or 1.3 times faster. Next, gusto ko rin i-share sa inyo na ang ating bagong Ryzen 7000 series, meron na siyang built-in or integrated region graphics inside. So the integrated region graphics inside is of the 610M series, which basically offers only 2 compute units, thereby making this an entry-level graphics. But that is good enough for 4K video playback and streaming. So we made this graphics available sa processor to make it easier to troubleshoot and to offer basic display feature and performance for the processor. But for high-performance computing, content creation, and especially gaming, of course, kailangan pa rin natin ng discrete graphics card or a separate graphics card. Wherein both AMD Ryzen graphics and NVIDIA GeForce are supported on our platform. Okay, as for the new infrastructure, we call it the socket AM5. Okay, easier installation, LGA na siya, land-grid array, whereas yung previous gen was pin-grid array or PGA. Okay, more headroom. So for motherboard manufacturer, we specified this to support up to 230 watts TDP for future upgrades and future Ryzen models. Okay? And in terms of longevity or yung pagka-future-proof niya, it supports DDR5, the latest memory technology, as well as the latest PCI Express 5.0 connectivity protocol. Then, as for the cooler or the heatsink, supported niya ang cooler na ginagamit sa previous generation socket AM4. Okay? So, motherboards, okay? Together with the launch of the Ryzen 7000 series, motherboards with AMD X670 chipset are available together with our processor starting tomorrow here in the Philippines at retail stores. Okay? So for the motherboard, yung entry-level price is around 8.5 with 12% VAT. Okay? And right now, obviously, wala pang PCI Express graphics card at SSD drive. Pero SSD drive will be available starting next month, the month after, which is November. While we expect graphics card with PCI Express 5.0 support to be available within the year. Okay? Furthermore, DDR5 will be continually updated through BIOS update. So as JDEC releases new DDR5 specification, it will be supported on the socket AM5 through BIOS upgrade. Furthermore, with socket AM5 very much like the socket AM4 and our obsolete socket FM2+, it supports multiple generation of AMD processor. So, may longevity talaga and upgrade option for the end users. With Windows 10 and Windows 11, okay, we're also happy to announce Ryzen 7000 processor for the desktop PC is the first desktop processor to fully support the security, the full security features of Windows 11. So, which makes this basically the platform to have or to aspire for, especially right now, na ang security is a major concern among users. So as for the chipset, X670 Extreme and the X670 available starting tomorrow here in the Philippines. Okay, together with our AMD Ryzen 7000 series processor. So you could check out yung display ng ating partner, motherboards partner na Asus, Gigabyte, Asha, and MSI on the display area.